Hey everyone, and welcome to day 4 of my horror movie review marathon, and I've got The Bride of Frankenstein, 1935 movie review. The sequel to the 1931 Frankenstein has the monster himself longing for a friend, a mate. As far as the story goes, continuing where the last movie left off, successful writer Mary Shelley, who is most well known for writing Frankenstein, has a new story in mind, and things might be looking out for Frankenstein's monster, who is being hunted down and persecuted for not being something other than what the public views him as. And he gets the chance to learn these basic human behaviors, which changes him in a way, and you get to see him view life differently, despite some of his more violent tendencies, which get him into trouble still. This is the first time I'm actually seeing this movie, and I have yet to see Frankenstein, but this movie I found to be really interesting, and how you just get to see more of how misunderstood this character is. Now, as far as the casting goes, Boris Karloff plays Frankenstein's monster brilliantly. I mean, his mannerisms are pretty much grunting noises, and then he does have a few lines in this movie which are mostly repeated from what he was being taught, and it's just cool to see him in this role, taking on this character and its personality. I think this role is also very iconic, obviously being one of the Universal movie monsters, and he definitely pulls it off really well. Now, the lady of the cast, Elsa Lanchester, who plays author Mary Shelley in the beginning of the movie, as well as the end being the Bride of Frankenstein. And you definitely get to see a lot of parallels there. I definitely noticed it right away, considering that one shot in the beginning where she gets injured at some point. I don't remember exactly why, but then at the end, obviously it's the same actress who plays the Bride of Frankenstein. You just see like these same film shots, and I found that to be just really cool. So it definitely captures that character very well, and I kind of almost wondered, did the character of Mary Shelley sort of write this story as a way of her putting herself in this position to be in love with the character that she originally wrote about, which was Frankenstein's monster? So I thought that was really cool, and that's just a theory of mine. You've got Ernest Thesiger, as well as Colin Clive, who are both these doctors who are trying to perform this procedure to have this new lady friend for Frankenstein, Colin Clive being the protege to Ernest Thesiger, because he was also Dr. Frankenstein from the first movie. And I thought like their roles were pretty well done, respectively. So as far as the things that I did like about this movie, right off the bat, I always notice movies like this have really great set designs, and the set pieces are all very great as far as getting that whole scene in place. The touches of horror, which I sort of didn't quite get here, maybe because I wasn't supposed to be as scared as maybe how people were back then when this movie first came out, but there definitely were some comedic moments, which I found very surprising as well. And I also noticed the cinematography was really great. I was also shocked to know that this story is very fast-paced, and the movie definitely flows well for being over an hour long. I was interested and engaged the entire time, but unfortunately the things that I didn't really like about this movie, the ending just turns out to be this big contradiction than what the plot was originally intending, or at least suggesting, and I was slightly disappointed at the outcome, and I was hoping for a little bit more explanation on that, because I didn't quite get that, even going through this entire movie trying to figure out certain characters' motivations and what they were feeling at the time. Overall, I would say that The Bride of Frankenstein was still a very well done film. I would say it's definitely perfect, if not near perfect, so I would highly recommend seeing this movie if you have not. So I would give this 4.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of The Bride of Frankenstein, and come back tomorrow for day 5 of my horror movie review marathon. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Child Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.